Hi, Pastor Nathan Decker with your hashtag Better Together devotions for today. One of the hardest things that Jesus does for us, I think, is the Sermon on the Mount within the Gospel of Matthew. Beginning around chapter 5 with the Beatitudes, those blessed are's or happy are they, and going through with you are the salt, you are a city on the hill, and then going into all these, you've heard it said, but I tell to you. And then he gets into deep parts where he says things like, ask, seek, knock. But seek ye first the kingdom of God. That priority focus for Jesus is a game changer for us who strive to walk as a people of faith. Because there are so many other kingdoms that desire and want our attention, that want us to look at them and to serve them. You know, we think about all the different worries that you carry upon your shoulders. Whether it's the worry of your job, or the worry of your family, the worry of expectations you've put on yourselves, the worries of the past where you feel called and back and you feel the depression, worries of the future because you don't know what's going to go on, but you feel like you should have some kind of control over it. All of these kingdoms are screaming for your allegiance. And Jesus says, no. Seek first the kingdom of God. Okay, got it, God. So all I need to do is quiet down all those other voices and focus on, wait a minute, Jesus, what is this kingdom of God? Well, if you go into the Sermon on the Mount that I'm talking about, Jesus focuses in on righteousness and compassion. Kind of, if you want to call it two words that aren't churchy words, he focuses on accountability and love or mercifulness. Jesus calls us into accountability, and we're called to an accountability that demands us to be compassionate, that demands us to be a higher example, that demands us to show justice and mercy. It's kind of like what Micah 6:8 is talking about. When you go to the Old Testament, Jesus is kind of reinstating Micah's understanding of vision, in which God sues Israel. It's a beautiful story if you want to go back there to chapter 6. God sues Israel and says, Israel, you have not lived up to your end of the bargain. And Micah says, okay, God, tell us what we were supposed to do. What is it that we're supposed to live like? He's told you, O human beings, what God demands of you, but to do justice, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with me. Walk humbly with God. You see, the kingdom of God is an understanding that comes out of the context of the commandments and the Torah, where God is striving to create a new community, a new people, where God, through the prophets of old, is striving to try to understand and create a society that seeks not power, not entertainment, but seeks justice and love and mercy and serving each other humbly in the name of God. When I think about Jesus' understanding of the kingdom of God, and when I hear him say, seek this first, he's calling us to look for opportunities to make things right in this world. Whether it's individual interactions or in our own societal actions. To think about how we've created our society, how we've taken care of the garden, how we've loved or not loved one another, and how we've provided for the least of these. These are the ways that God calls us to place as a priority as a people of faith. And once we do, Jesus says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these other things, all the other things that our heart needs, that our society, our soul needs to have as a part of who we are, all these other things will come unto you. As you're thinking about life today, dwell in what you think of the kingdom of God being as you read the scriptures, as you hear Jesus preaching, and lean in to that priority in your life as seeking first the kingdom of God. When we do, we're better together.